We're here in Westminster in central London on the second day of Donald Trump's state visit to the UK as, Together Against Trump, the main demonstration against his being here, winds down. We've just heard a series of speeches from prominent figures on the left attacking his visit and drawing boos for mentions of names like Nigel Farage, Tommy Robinson, Boris Johnson, all figures in the British right that people are linking with Donald Trump. What does it feel like for you as an American seeing some of the most senior British politicians criticising him in this way and linking him to British politics?
Yeah, it's great. I wish more American politicians would do the same, especially the Republicans.
We heard a speech from Jeremy Corbyn that really mentioned many of his long-term political interests, issues in the Middle East, opposition to war, and we saw him standing in a demonstration of the extraordinary polarisation of British politics with some figures who are on the really far left of British politics, like Lindsay German of the Stop the War coalition.
So I say to our visitors that have arrived this week, think on, please, about a world that is one of peace and disarmament, is one of recognising the values of all people, is a world that defeats racism, defeats misogyny, defeats the religious hatreds that are being fuelled by the far right in politics, in Britain, in Europe and the United States.
Really what Jeremy Corbyn seems to be trying to do is to draw some of that angry energy against Donald Trump and re-energise the Labour Party, which has just had a very poor European elections.
I think it's been hard for Corbyn recently because the whole position about Brexit is that he never really endorsed Europe. He always called it a monolithic bank, so he's suffered for that, and that coming out today has probably given him a huge boost.
The question is, will it work? Organisers of this protest had hoped there could be up to 250,000 people here. I'm not much good at counting crowds, but it certainly looked as if there were 10,000 or fewer at this demonstration, meaning that Jeremy Corbyn's really been speaking to his base. And the question for both the big parties in British politics at the moment is how to reach out to undecided voters. And I think that question really remains open after today's demonstration.